everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Natalie. If you've never been here before, stick around, kind of hang out with me for a little bit if you'd like. If you've been here before, welcome back. I am currently a nursing student in my second term of nursing school, and today I kind of want to talk about things I learned from first term and things I'm excited about for the second term. So, first things first, I am kind of scatterbrained and a little all over the place sometimes, so I'll try and keep everything concise. I do have my notes here to help me, but even those are kind of scattered a little bit, so I will try to be as organized as possible so that you know what I'm talking about. There will be a couple of topics in here that I would like to do a specific video on, and I will talk about those when I kind of get to them. So I am super, super excited about the new semester. It is October 8th as we speak right now, and I am fully ready for the winter season. Fall is my favorite. Winter is not my favorite, but when it comes to school and study time, fall semester always does it for me because I just took a summer semester or a summer term, and that's rough. That's really rough. There's so many things you want to go and do. It's beautiful outside. You want to spend all of your time outside. And then when you are inside, it's so unbearably hot and you're trying to get the air conditioning to work and you're just back and forth. And it doesn't bode well for good, productive study time. Whereas in the wintertime, I can snuggle up in my slippers and sweaters and be warm and be able to kind of sit and focus a little bit more. Whereas summer, there's just way too much going on. Everybody wants to go places. Nobody wants to go anywhere in the snow unless you're like a snow bunny, and I don't know any of those. So that is why I'm looking so forward to this winter semester. Also, we get, during this term, for the first time, we get a week vacation in between where we don't have to make it up. So that's super exciting, to have a week off to kind of get everything going and get ahead again. It's about a little more than halfway through the term, so the second half of the term will just go a whole lot smoother, because I'll have a week to really just focus on getting ahead and getting my notes organized and being prepared for what comes next. I did spend the weeks in between this last term doing the same thing, and I think I've found a system that works for me, where I can get a lot done in that week that is setting me up for several weeks to follow. So I've put a lot of work into this term already, and we just finished week 1. I'm already on to week 5 with my notes, having my notes transcribed into a place that I use them a lot. So I feel like I'm way, way ahead. Other things that are different for this semester is I have revamped my whole way of study. What I did last semester just really put me on the struggle bus, and I needed to change. So I've done a few things to change. First off, my desk used to be in my bedroom. And I don't know about you, but when you're sitting next to your nice cozy bed while you're sitting on the computer reading things and writing notes and studying for hours, all you want to do is curl up in your bed and watch Netflix. That was the biggest problem for me. Not that I would do that, but that's where my mind wandered. And so I was never fully present for my studies. So I moved my desk from my bedroom back to the living room. As you can see, there's the TV, which is not on because it's rarely ever on. To be honest, it's very rarely on. I also kind of put limitations on what I'm allowed to do while I'm on the computer. I found myself getting caught up in YouTube videos a lot, where I would go to find something to study and look for things, but then I would find like tons of videos about something completely different that I was like, ooh, I'm going to watch this, and I'll just watch the next one, and it's fine, I'll do it after the next one. And I kind of fell down that rabbit hole. So if you know, on your homepage, the more of a certain video you watch, the more of that is recommended to you. I found these like ambient music, ambient noise videos, which I really, really like. Right now I'm really into the Halloween ones where they just have like really soft instrumental music in the background and like a crackling fire or rain or thunder. No, it does not put me to sleep. It just gives my brain something to like have. If there's words in the song, I'm going to try and sing along, so I don't like any of those. So I found these like ambient noise ones. I think a bunch of them are called From Infinity Room. And I watch those or have them on in the background and in my noise canceling headphones, so that's all I hear. And everything else is kind of drowned out. And I'm really liking that so far. And I figured I would just put it on the TV too. When there's people home, like I'm alone right now, but when somebody's home, I use my noise canceling headphones. That way I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to worry about listening for the dogs to bark. I don't have to worry about listening for whatever the cats are doing. My sisters are really, really great about taking care of it and taking care of me. There we go. I made my own iced coffee. No Starbucks for Natalie. In the video I recorded the other day, I was stopping at Starbucks for a chai tea. And the line was horrible. And so I'm like trying really hard to like make my own coffee and my own teas at home. But that's anything. So back to that. I also noticed last semester I didn't use my planner as well as I should have. So I have planners. I have planners for everything. If you've seen my video for like the chaotic brain, you'll know that I literally have a planner for everything. But what I noticed during the semester is that I didn't use it at all. In fact, half the time I forgot about it and it stayed on a shelf in my bedroom. Who's meowing? Meow? Meow? Hello? So this semester, I actually went out and did something cool. I ordered an hour by hour planner from Erin Condren, which arrives tomorrow, and I am so excited. That goes through the rest of this year and all of next year. I'm so excited because it goes through the rest of this year and all of next year, which means I will be set for 3 more terms, 3.5 more terms in that planner. And then I went out and I got a notebook. I made this background. You can tell because it's kind of chaotic. But this was a sketchbook. And it was advertised for bullet journaling, but I mean, you really didn't have to. And I made my own planner. So I have all my dates in there week by week. And then on the side, I have chapters and quizzes. And those are the chapters we're going through that week and whatever quizzes or exams are coming up. And I started using it the first day of class. So I started using it immediately. And I am in love with the setup that I did. I worked really, really hard on it. And it goes to I think July or June of 2023. So it goes all the way through the June of 2023. So this is my master school planner. Everything I have, everything that's due is in there. And then in the hour by hour planner, I will have my daily schedule in there and what projects I'm working on at what specific times. And I'm very, very excited about it. I've been using this planner a lot. I haven't forgotten it at home yet. And I've actually written stuff in it to help me be a lot more organized. And so far, I can't complain. I have really bad ADHD. And so sometimes, well, maybe it's not really bad. I have noticeable ADHD. Let's put it that way. I have noticeable ADHD. And so if I'm not planning and I'm not doing things, then I'm having a hard time. Like right now, I keep looking away and doing other things. What was I saying? I was talking about ADHD. That's really funny. And that's not really, that's not my ADHD. That's just me being, okay, I squirrel a lot. It's fine. So since I have issues like that, and I know I have issues like that, I am trying to do the best that I can with what I have to help mitigate those issues. So I have my planners, and I've also come up with a schedule. And this is my work schedule. So when I went to work, I got my work done. I always got my work done. So we're going to treat this like I'm going to work. Because essentially, I mean, I kind of am. I have so much respect for people who work and do nursing school because they must have their time management down to a science. And I am jealous. I'm super jealous. Okay. I also have my schedule posted for other people, or at least I've told them what my schedule was. They've seen my planner, they've seen that, but I think I might put like sticky notes on things, be like, hey, from this time to this time, Natalie's busy. That way they don't, like, they know, and I can kind of schedule around them and we can schedule our time together. And which is good to have scheduled time for it, because while scheduling time for it, I've got to go let the cat out before he loses his mind. You're a turd. You are such a turd. Stay off the desk. I thought he was gonna come like right through the door for a second. That's how hard he was scratching it up. He doesn't like being in the room by himself. And he's got Lulu in there, but Lulu could care less. So scheduling my time to study has helped me see what openings I have to take care of me. I think that's another thing I didn't do well last semester. I was doing things so, like, my study time wasn't scheduled out. Everything wasn't scheduled out. So I never knew what I was doing. And with this, so I never had really any time for myself. And when I did, I like way overdid it. So this time I have times where I'm like, I know this isn't my study time. I can go do whatever. Like just now, I've been studying all day extra because I wanted to, not because I had to. I studied past my study time. So I went and hung out with my sister at her work for an hour. Played a couple of games and did things like that, and then came home. That was perfect me time. Plus, I still have time to make a video right now, and I probably have time to edit a video right after this, and it's still not cutting into my study time because I've put in like 5 or 6 hours today when I only needed to do 3. So definitely already feeling the effects of having an actual schedule, and they're good effects. They're not bad effects this time. The last thing I kind of want to talk about, and this one I want to do a video on its own for. This semester, I'm doing my notes not digitally. I have some of my notes digitally, but the bulk of my notes will be on paper. The biggest thing I noticed last term was that if my notes were in like good notes, I never went back and looked at them again. So I would just write on the PowerPoints, and then I had a hard time finding what I was looking for or finding the context of what I was looking for. So I've stopped doing that for the bulk of them, and then I've switched for what I do have digitally from GoodNotes to Notability. And the reason I'm using that is because I do need my PowerPoints to be digital, and Notability allows me to voice record the lecture. So I randomly got a phone call in the middle of my tangent, so now I'm going to try really hard to remember what it is I was saying. Oh yeah, so I use Notability to record my lectures. I don't really use it to take notes. I did use it to do practice questions in practice math questions that I wasn't going to need to look at later. So basically, it's good for scratch paper for me, I suppose, would be the best way to put that. But I would like to do a video on the difference between GoodNotes and Notability and digital versus paper notes and where I'm at. So, I mean, there's always the chance that I'll go back to digital note-taking halfway through the semester once I figure out my life. But for now, paper is the way to go for me, and that's what I'm going to stick to. But other than that, that's all I've got for you tonight. I really hope that you stick around and come hang out with me and maybe subscribe. So I will see you guys later. Bye.